I need to stop eating. I need to stop eating so much bullcrap because I've been eating veggies. I mean, my diet was like I was eating the same thing, but I was like strictly eating healthier. Not eating healthy. Let me not say that. I was eating the same thing, but it was like a diet where I could potentially be more stronger and then like be more cleaner. But like I enjoyed the food, but it's like now I'm back here. I'm just either it's sometimes I'm trying to eat. Sometimes I'm eating what my parents cook, and I'm not trying to eat that because most of the time it's mostly meat. And like, I mean, there's nothing wrong with it, but like, it just depends on what it is. I strictly just want to eat chicken and salmon. It's like I don't have access to that unless if I buy it. So far, like pork, beef, ham, and like store bought meat, beef, steak. Like I try to stay away from that stuff because it makes me shit. It makes me bloated, and I hate feeling that way because I don't feel comfortable in my own skin. I feel like I don't feel comfortable in my own body, knowing that it smells. That's not what. But anyway, that's not what I want to talk about. I might randomly just turn the camera on and start talking because I tend to talk to myself so many times. I know I'm not talking to the camera, but I'm actually working on something. Um, but if you have time, just hear me out real quick. Working on a project. But anyway, what I want to say, I usually talk to myself and have a conversation. Trying to, trying to sit here being weird, trying to make conversation with myself. But it's like I don't really talk to anybody about it, and it's like I say, why not have somebody hear me out or just pull out the camera and talk? You know, me talking to myself is like I don't have no recognition. I feel like I don't have no recognition when I talk to myself. So much interesting things I want to talk about, and then I'm not talking to anybody about it. Cause time and time again, where like I talk to myself and I feel no resentment, I don't have no recognition and nothing to like lean up on. And it just sits inside me every time. But I don't know. I know that doesn't make any sense. But I want to talk about like so far as like how I kind of grew up. Like I like I didn't have the mindset to like get rich and like set my life up. Like that wasn't my mindset at the time. And I'm sitting here like I could have had that mindset, but at the same time, I'm human. We all have different experiences. We all go through a lot of stuff in life in general, which makes us like, I guess, who we are as humans, I guess. I don't know. Um, but my mindset at the time, it was like, I didn't think about just getting rich or getting money, like, at the time, at a young age. Like, me being a teenager, you know. Um, that wasn't my mindset at the time. I was just kind of just listening to my parents, listening to my mom when she was like kind of the only one around at the time, like doing school, and then there's stuff I did here and there, but that were kind of like my hobbies or just stuff that kind of entertained me. TV, and I had toys, and then I had a console I would play, a game console I would play. Uh, but all I did was do that stuff for fun, which was great. Which is nothing wrong with that at all. But like I didn't have that mindset to get money and get rich and set my life up. Which I just realized how important that is, and how that really have like getting money is like it really has your back. But then people have their opinions about it. Like money can change people, which it can, or it just depends on the person or how they grew up and interpret their mindset of money. So, like me being a teenager, I would say like maybe 13, 14. Um, there was like stuff that I watched. I watched Vine. I watched a lot of YouTube shorts, YouTube videos. But I got inspired to start making skits. So at a young age, at like 14, I started making skits. But I just did that for fun. I didn't think of I didn't even that never crossed my mind. I didn't even think of like I could make money from this, just be on this platform. I didn't think anything of it. I was doing it for fun because I saw I got inspired by mainly Hardstop Lucas, and I think it was just mainly him, honestly. like, cause I watch his skits a lot, and then I started doing it. But then I did that for fun. I did that for like maybe 2 3 months in school. But then I stopped because I just randomly stopped. I don't have a logical explanation of why I stopped, but I was doing it for fun. But then I still have those videos, but I put them in private so nobody could see it. And so far as like my siblings, they don't even want me to post it because it's embarrassing and it's cringy, it's corny. So I just never really posted it publicly. But of course, I made my own skits, but I just never posted them either. I just posted them privately, um, which is fine. But just me being in school, I was, I was being averagely just doing school, learning. I had habits. I had good ones, bad ones. Um, then like I was still kind of leaning towards my good and bad habits when I'm not in school, working on class work, and then be on my phone, scrolling, doing what the heck ever, um, being outside, being a child, bro. Uh, like any other kid would be living and just being average and just being a child. Uh, COVID hit, everybody has to stay inside for about a year and a half. Um, days where people don't want to get up, school's back started. Um, by the end of my freshman year, I was taking like during my freshman year, I took weight training. Uh, I did it. I took the class, and then it was it was so hard for me. Not really hard, but like it took me a while to kind of build my strength, cause like how big I've always been. But then like it took a turn because like I randomly started watching Bully Juice, and he's a professional athlete. He does workout. He makes workout videos. He I watched him a lot like during the pandemic started. So then I kind of just by the end of my freshman year, like in May, I started working on. I started doing non-equipment workouts, and then um I started losing my weight. So and this was me at like 15. So I started losing my weight, and I did those workouts for about I say like 3 to 4 months, and I started seeing a change in my body. I started getting slimmer, but yeah, I did that. But pandemic hit, class started, everybody doing Zoom calls, and then being in class. And then most of the time, people were tired, lazy, not wanting to do anything. But I guess that's normal. I don't know. It may be different for other people how they might interpret that. But make sure I was recording. I want to make sure my volume was on. And then still did the same thing with school, COVID, playing video games. I mean, I had an Xbox 360. I didn't really have any equipment either, but all I had was the console, so I was playing games off that. But then I had a PS4 too, but it was not mine. It wasn't even mine. So um, I got a PS4. I had a PS4. I was playing games off that too. Uh, and then what else happened? Pretty much the same thing. Eating right, eating good, but there's certain things I shouldn't have been eating, but it was fine because I enjoyed eating it anyway. So being outside, it's still being outside, whatever. And then I was still continuing to work out for my time being at home, just working out. Still doing class, and then another situation hit like later on in 2021, but I'm not gonna talk about it because it's really personal. So it kind of happened with my family. It was like a family matter. That kind of took a dark turn on like, especially with my fam and then with me. because it was just like they didn't deserve it. It was such a horrible situation. Horrible situation. Um, Getting manipulated, getting brainwashed, and then just getting like really, really naggy. Like it's not healthy for someone to put. It's not healthy for a parent to put a lot of negative thoughts into a child's ear. It's not healthy for them, and it's like that could really make someone depressed and do other do all these other negatives do all these other negative decisions about themselves. But yeah, that situation happened for like a year and well, only a year and a couple months, a year maybe in 4 months. But during that time, you know, I mean, even when I found out about it, I was so sad because I thought I was never gonna see my siblings again. I thought I was never gonna see them again. It did hurt me for a while, but still did school. Still was doing school. Still worked out, and then just still doing school until I guess like pretty much did like you know whatever a normal teenager does. I still did it. Be on my phone, play my video games. Up until like my junior year, I started attending more clubs. Like I started in probably September. I think it was September, or maybe it was later. I think it was that next semester actually. I took community college classes. I started taking community college classes. Um, Pretty much still doing school. Do you know the way? Okay. And then it was like up to a point where like once I was in the club I was in, like it was something to kind of like lead towards like okay, maybe I want to kind of do something with this in life, like do agriculture, feed animals. And that's a thought I had, like something I could do with agriculture, because like I had this thought when I was going to go visit a farm. It was fun because I took some trips. It was fun, but me like being shy all the time. Me being shy all the time, and then not having any friends to talk to, or having anybody to talk to really in school. And I talked to like a couple people, but we were just associating, but not really friends. Normal shit, I guess. I had a great senior year. Senior year hit around. Went to school with bro. I think it was like, well, no, it was like, first like my junior year was like we kind of had to set ourselves up to either what college we wanted to go to, start applying for colleges, and then start to like develop a plan like what career we wanted. So we kind of had to individually meet with our counselors and kind of decide like how we're gonna finish up our school year, and then next school year for our senior year we had to start making decisions about that. So far as what classes we wanted, and then also what we wanted to do. It was me. I say like the community college classes I took. They offered me to take mechanical engineering. There was like engineering, like just that topic of that career of engineering. Like they were giving me some options on like what career path I want to take for engineering, and I want to do mechanical. Um, that's kind of the only engineering I want to do, I think. Or no, I want to do technology and technology and design. It was technology, engineering, and design, or mechanical engineering. Those were the two career paths I want to take. But all the other engineerings, I wasn't really interested in it. I was really interested in those fields. Maybe junior, during my junior or after my senior year, I was going to go to community college and start taking community college classes over there so I can get transferred to NC State. And that was the career path I was on at the time during my junior year. But I just realized like I had took field trip in my senior year in November because I was about to graduate early. It was for all the early graduates, and I went to the community college. I looked at it was the one in my small town, and I looked inside of it, and it kind of just changed my mind. Like I don't want to sit up here and take classes that I don't have really no interest into taking them, just to transfer, and I'm assuming just to get a degree in that field, or just try to get a job as an engineer. But like, cause like first was agriculture, and then it was the community college pathway. It was the agriculture, and it was the community college pathway. I kind of left the agriculture like career pathway into an abyss. Like I never thought about it anymore, and then led towards engineering, and I realized that's not the type of engineer I want to do. Cause mechanical, they're basically, I never really got into it though, but it was just something more along the lines of using mechanics